You read that, huh? Hey, yo, Dana read. It took some memes to get this guy to read. Hey, man.
It did.
Look, see them hating ass niggas talking, tell them niggas stop it. Move back, baby, run down Jason. Off the perky, boy, I'm dangerous. I'm in the double R, shit look like a spaceship. Everything is up there. So the folks my mental.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Feeq or Feeq, with my co-host, my other host.
Co-host Dana Dane in the building. It's good seeing y'all again, man. I'll try to keep this short as possible. You get very long-winded. I can only imagine like when I'm like 40 or 50 something, I'll be talking like Vic. Just saying.
Just keep somebody tell you that it's that third. All right. 30 minutes later. They looking at their keys.
Start doing that key jingle.
Yeah.
But welcome back to another episode, man. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Some, I guess, housekeeping items. This is episode 62, but we did have a collab episode with the Play for Keeps podcast come out today at the time of this recording. So make sure y'all please tune in to them. They're, it was great going on this show.
A very good show.
And very good show, very hilarious. If you're trying to look for something to listen to and laugh at, have some good, takes back and forth. That's not the typical like first take or undisputed before guys just talking sports. Hey, Play for Keeps is that podcast. So make sure y'all go check that one out.
And while y'all here,
check out our,
go ahead.
Well, make sure when you're here, we also posted our last episode 61. That was the one we had in the tuck, but once you guys just go in and listen to those, rate us a 5-star like always. Always thankful and appreciative for you guys tuning in and listening to us. So, make sure you guys go do those things. You can do those right now, actually, as you're listening to us.
Exactly.
Right,
as you're listening, go ahead, rate us 5 stars. We also take, I'm not going to say donation. We take your money. If you're so gracious to give it to us, $5 a month or more, however much you want to go ahead and give to the pod. It helps the pod grow, get out to more consumers, more listeners. Also keeps us on the website as well. $5 a month, that's less than a damn 2 hot and spicies and a large fry now. Because I know that's about $7.30. Yeah. So $5 a month. Shoot, y'all big money. Go ahead, send us that $5 to help the family out.
Y'all make more than I do.
Shoot, no, for real. And y'all told us this unprovoked. But yeah, today we got different variant topics. And I think we're gonna get right into our first topic because we don't really have any new current watches, all the same from last week. So first one, we talking about the hot anime that's on right now, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. I will say this as a preface. I am a manga reader, however you want to say it. People say it different ways. Dana is not. So we're going to get a lot of his perspective more so on this season, how it's going, everything. So Dana, what did you think about the latest episode that you watched?
So the latest episode, I'm going to retract just to not only jog my memory, but also for the audience. Also, forewarning, spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. If you have not seen those episodes yet, please skip ahead at least 10 to 15 minutes. But, so those 2 episodes at the train station is basically the Gojo and, those 3 other guys fight with the Hanabi. No, with the volcano guy, the tree person, and the guy who does blood manipulation, who was the older brother of the 2 other. What was it like?
They're called curse. They're called curse
curse
wounds. Curse
and
wound
he's the owner
paintings.
of those 2 curse wounds that Yuji and
Nobara.
Nobara fought.
Yeah.
At the
And
end
you
of
was
the
right about Hanami. That's the name of the tree curse or
Oh,
forest.
okay, yeah. Thank you for that. But yeah, Nanami got no Hanami, right?
Yeah, Hanami.
Hanami got decimated,
Turned to
turned
paste.
to dust. When that shit happened, I'm like, oh shit. Cause me and Joe were watching this shit
Yeah.
virtually. And I'm like, she really did. Like, cause it happened, and I'm like, we both just looked, we're like, dog.
Yeah.
They just woke up a beast, and it really didn't dawn on me like, wow, she's like actually dead, like not coming back dead.
No, Gojo, I'll say one thing I liked about that sequence was they made it so much more, they put so much more emphasis on it than they did in the manga. Like in the manga, it was still crazy, don't get me wrong, but in the anime, they made it almost like a horror film because after he fucking turned Hanami into paste, damn near, it did the light flicker, he turned around and he just looked feral. I said, yeah. And then he was laughing while doing it. So I was like,
Because he
yeah.
was like, because he basically was like, y'all think I give a fuck about these niggas? I don't. Y'all think I give a fuck about these
And then Gojo said, "You
non-sorcerers?
think I like to fight? Just say today, but really, I just like to fight."
That's basically what that scene, what those episodes gave, and just from that to when the volcano guy was fighting, even the volcano nigga was like, but basically like ghetto. I don't know what the fuck you think you gotta do. Trying to hold him off for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
You better be. He's basically like, if I'm putting my life on the line, your ass, this plan better fucking work. Short story, it did. They trapped him, and then we get the reveal that Ghetto is not actually Ghetto because
yeah,
he died. Uh, he died during the judo fight in the movie, right?
yeah. So he died in the Zero movie after he took that damage from Yuta.
Yeah.
Gojo killed him. The thing is, Gojo didn't get rid of his body because it's like that was like that. I won't not lapse in judgment because nobody could have guessed somebody had a random curse technique like that. But it was just that moment of Gojo like, damn, this still low key was my best friend, so I'm not about to just burn the body.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
And so yeah, we get revealed that Ghetto is being controlled by Kenjaku.
yeah,
Kenjaku, who is a cursed spirit who's been around for thousands of years, taking over different bodies. And Goto is his latest host, which is crazy as fuck. And the way you know that is by the stitching on the head.
yeah.
So that was a bit of a shocker, especially like Community Jones watching that shit. I'm like as he's spinning off his head like he fucking Frankenstein or something. But that was crazy. So now that Gojo is locked up, they won't let him out. He's in that prison realm.
Yeah, the prison realm. It's just called the prison realm.
He's in that prison realm and stuck because they can't kill him. So the best they could do is
Seal him.
Seal him. My prediction is basically that Yuji and the rest of the gang are gonna try to go in there and free him, and people might get drastically changed. I'm gonna just say that for better or worse.
All right, who? I got 2 questions. When Gojo did his domain expansion, what was like your thoughts going through it?
My thought going through was like, wow, he literally does not give a fuck about these humans. Like everyone's gonna get squished. But then when he did it and basically warped it to where
0.2 seconds.
Yeah, 0.2 seconds. That was crazy. Just him seeing, just the visual of him running around killing all the transfigured humans was crazy. I can only imagine how that looked in the manga. So that was crazy. He was moving like some Flash type shit, and then when he got tired, I was like, "Oh shit, this nigga don't really get tired. They about to get his ass." And they kind of pulled up on him at the last second, like how kind of Toji did to him in hidden
inventory.
inventory
Mhm.
arc. Like, so that was my thing. I'm like, damn, the point to stop Gojo is to get him tired. You
Literally.
get him tired enough, then you have a slim chance. Just let him get his guard down and hinge. So now that I'm pretty sure going forward after this point, he's like, yeah, y'all may have fooled me twice. Y'all ain't getting me again. Fooled me twice. Shame on me. Shame on all y'all.
No, literally. What all right, so you say your prediction is they're gonna start probably fighting everything. If you had to think, and I won't say nothing or react, but if you had to think of somebody, who do you think might die?
I think the guy with like the beanie / do rag that's with Nanami and Fushiguro, him, I think he's dying. I really do not want Panda to die. I think he's gonna fight, and I think he's gonna come out of that fight a different animal, like a different beast.
A different animal.
I think he's gonna come out there like just altered.
Yeah.
For the better. Like when they like next time he say panda is not a panda, he gonna mean that shit.
He not gonna be a panda. He
already
for real.
mean that shit, but he gonna mean that shit tenfold. Okay. He really not gonna be a panda. So that's my prediction for him. Obviously, Yuji is not dying, but okay. Here's how I think. I think he's. So my prediction is he's gonna fight Mahito, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get to a point where he's near death or in a situation where he's gonna have to rely on Sukuna for longer than a minute. He lets Sukuna take control because there's no way we don't see Sukuna during this whole arc. He's gonna take control and basically fuck up Mahito. So that's my predictions for that. I think Nobara will be fine. Obviously, she'll have some. I think she'll have just even more cold moments.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the same for Megami as well. In terms of Mahito, I don't know. He's kind of already. I feel like he's gonna do Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
Oh no, he does. He. I have no comment on Mahito, bro. If I ever hated a character, he one of them. But it's like I hate him, but I have to respect that he put up crazy numbers he puts up crazy numbers during this arc. I'll say that. It's like some MVP LeBron.
My prediction is, I think the older brother Curse Womb is like the dark horse. Like he's
Chozo.
Like Chuzo. I think he's gonna be like the sleeper character. I think he's gonna have a bigger arc in this arc. And it might be like the dark horse, the one that's gonna determine the outcome.
Okay. Interesting.
So those are, I guess, my predictions.
No, those are interesting predictions. So one of them I didn't think you'd say, so it's interesting.
Which one?
The panda one.
Oh.
Yeah, I never thought about that. But yeah, man, I'll say as a manga reader, it's enjoyable watching other people react to like just the stuff that's happening, because right now I'm reacting to the episode with one of our friends, Jalen, or the Ronin Sage, that's his new name. And it was like, we had one video we did, it had like, I don't know, it's had like 150K views or something, but people have been commenting. I said, don't look at the comments, bro. I said, don't look at the comments because they definitely spoil some shit for you. But I be reading some stuff and other people were just saying the same thing. Like, yeah, it's enjoyable to see because it's like, you know what's going to happen, but like seeing other people's reaction to stuff. And then a few people have asked me, it was like, damn, Gojo got sealed. They was like, what the fuck is about to happen? I said, oh, I said, this is the start. I said, we're at the start line. I said, anything that you think could go bad is probably going to be worse. If you think something bad, whatever you think of that's going to happen, it's going to be worse.
Yeah, I do think there will be a death. I don't know who the death will be though. I can't necessarily say who I think is gonna die. Well,
Oh, there's a
outside of the guy I said, the
yeah,
nigga with the I was just say do rag, even though it's not a do rag. The nigga with the do rag with Fujigo and them. I think he's
yeah.
dying.
There's a few deaths.
I, I don't know why I want to say this, but I think Nanami died. I just have that like overtime nigga. I do not want him to die,
Mhm.
but I can just sense him either dying or being near death. Like being near death and basically like Lemillion, like basically no for the rest of the show or a manga.
Okay.
So yeah, those are my main predictions. I'm excited to see what else happens next because it's definitely good. Um, and yeah, I'm ready for the surprises. I know something else like happened in the manga at the same time
Oh man, I
that
don't.
happened. I'm
It's
thankfully like my Twitter isn't really flooded with Shibuya, well not with Shibuya, like the Jujutsu Kaisen stuff.
yeah.
But apparently I know some shit happened.
Mute it now. Even if you didn't, just mute everything. Dealing with Jujutsu Kaisen. Trust me, it was. If you ask a Jujutsu Kaisen manga reader, where were you? Where
Oh
were you on
shit!
this date?
There was one of them.
Yeah, where were you September 20th, 2023? Nigga, you gonna have a nigga have a flashback. But yeah, that's the main stuff for Jujutsu Kaisen right now. Shibuya incident is going interestingly crazy. So hey, y'all anime only have fun.
I will, but next we're gonna go into One Piece. Basically, right now in the anime, it's the end of Wano. I think episode 1077. Last time I had checked, at the time of this recording, Luffy wins. That's not a spoiler no more at this point.
I was about to say you should know he gonna win regardless.
This is shonen. He's gonna win eventually. This is a side note. You know, there was a group like a theory going around that like like the raid on Onigashima was gonna fail. Like they
How?
thought Luffy was gonna lose.
I mean, if we technically speaking, he did lose like 4 times. He just kept coming back. And I'll say it again. Kaido's still stronger.
He had to kill him to make him go Gear 5. Like literally permadeath.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so with the end of Wano, in terms of the manga, I mean, well, not only manga, but the anime as well. Wano is officially done. That I think this makes that arc the longest arc in One Piece. I think the second longest after that. I'm not sure on this, so don't kill me in the comments. But I think the longest arc after this is Whole Cake. It's either Whole Cake or Dressrosa. I want to say Whole Cake Island, and then Dressrosa is next, and then probably Scott Pier or something. But,
yeah, I think it is Whole Cake. I think.
Because Whole Cake Island felt long, but I felt Dressrosa felt longer than Whole Cake. I just know that final fight between Luffy and Doflamingo was longer than it needed to fucking be.
No. The fight between Luffy and Katakuri, that whole is
That
like
was
10
long.
that
I'm
was
not
like
gonna
15
that shit was
episodes.
crazy. That shit was dragged.
Yeah. I wasn't mad at it, but it got to a point where I said, God damn, these niggas still fighting.
Literally.
But yeah, so One Piece Wano arc has ended. So now that's about to push us into the next arc, which is bum 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 bum. This ain't really a spoiler, it's just the name of the island. Egghead Island. And the crazy thing is though, right now the anime is very close to the manga. Like if they kept doing like episodes weekly, right? How they are, they can probably catch up to the manga in like 2 months. 2-3 months because it's not a lot of stuff that happens between the end of Wano and Egghead, like where they are.
Yeah, not really.
It's only like one other big event.
Specifics. Yeah, obviously, we don't have to get into specifics because we're not spoilers without just saying spoiler. But some shit definitely happens. Some niggas definitely show up. If you don't know,
now you know.
I'm not gonna say it on here, but you can look it up. Some niggas show up that cause problems. Some niggas show up again that get romped. And I think you know who I'm talking about.
That's my boy. That nigga should be so OP, but he just went up against somebody that's more OP.
Yeah, and this one it's really not even his fault. But
yeah.
So that happens, and I think it's gonna ultimately end. Well, I think that's gonna lead. I think that arc is gonna lead into the bigger arc, which is Elbaf.
Yeah.
So, and I think, I don't know if Elbaf would be as long as Wano. I think Wano is probably the last long arc, so to speak. I think Elbaf would probably be the same length as like Dressrosa. Especially depending on like the speed of Egghead Islands going. And I think if we were to make predictions right now, obviously the Straw Hats are gonna go to Elbaf. Shanks will probably be there if he's not there already.
True.
And I think that's gonna lead to I don't want to say that's gonna lead to like a Red Hair Pirates and Straw Hat Pirates fight because I'm not a fan of like the evil Shanks theory.
I don't think. I was gonna say if they fight, I don't think it'll be anytime soon. Because honestly, if we be honest, Shanks will definitely kill Luffy. I'll say that. I don't care what y'all think. Shanks will kill that nigga. If they were actually fighting serious right now, I don't think Luffy's strong enough. Because even if we look at his fight with Kaido, if Kaido was healthy, he would have killed that nigga. I know the niggas gonna be like, "Oh, it's ifs."
Shanks?
No, I'm talking about Luffy.
Oh,
I'm saying if at the very end, like once he got Gear 5, if Kaido was just fighting him, if they were fighting 1-on-1 the whole time, that fight would have been over way sooner. But yeah, they're not. They're not about to fight. If even then, I don't think Shanks is whatever mole or rat or anything.
Yeah, I don't think that's true either. I somewhat agree in terms of if Shanks were to go up against Luffy right now, but at the same time, it's like Gear 5 is so broken. I don't know if I can just sit here and say that definitively.
No, I say yes because Luffy is weak against slashes and Shanks uses a fucking sword. If you cut, Luffy can get cut. We've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, that's true.
So if that nigga Shanks used one divine rapture, that nigga Luffy is getting someone else's treatment that had to see that.
Yeah, with that being said, we'll go into this next topic. And Feeq, I want to get, this topic is a bit interesting because it's something that's kind of taken the Western Hemisphere by storm. And it's something that only has, at the time of this recording, has 2 chapters in the manga and is already proclaimed to be the greatest manga in manga history. The greatest manga ever written. The greatest anime ever written to not even have an anime adaptation yet. It's already better than the big 3. It's already better than One Piece. It's already better than Jujutsu Kaisen right now.
Already better than Dragon Ball Z.
That is Kagura Bachi. Now, Feeq, I'm almost positive you've seen these memes.
Yeah, I have.
I've sent them to you, and I know you've probably seen them on your For You page. And you probably took the time to read said manga.
I definitely did.
Okay. I want to make a statement right now saying that I also read.
You read that, huh? Hey yo, they done read. It took some memes to get this guy to read. Hey man,
It did. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit about? And I was like, you know what? I was just I just told myself like, you know what? I'm gonna just read this shit. Let me just be a grown up and
did you read it the right way? Did you read right
yes,
to
I did.
left?
I used the manga plus, so it swiped to the right direction, and yeah, I was able to read it correctly. But yeah, so um, first two chapters because the second chapter came out yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't
Before
read that
this,
one
all
yet.
this mean shit came before a single chapter even dropped.
Yeah,
So, how did you? So, I'll get your opinion. Like I said you're a more experienced manga reader than I am. What was your initial thoughts on Kagura Bachi, and how do you feel about it so far?
yeah. So off rip, I will say, well, before I talk about the manga, just real quick, the memes and everything for it, I had told you this like off screen when we first started seeing the memes. I did not know that. Well, one, I didn't know what it was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, "Why is everybody clowning this manga?" I said, what happened?" I said, "The only thing I seen was that it's announced." So
Right.
pretty much, um, I watched it. I mean, I watched it, read it. Um, I didn't think it was bad. Like it's a revenge story. Pretty much the main character, he's supposed to be avenging his dad because his dad was a katana slash sword weapons maker who was killed. They didn't show how, but they said that he was killed. And then from there, he's going on pretty much a revenge tour to figure out who exactly did it. And from there, I guess, well, obviously kill him. So, I mean, the first chapter was straight. I liked the drawing. I liked everything. I liked how it looked. The swords have different abilities. So you got to see one of them. They didn't really explain what the ability was, but it was like almost like some yin and yang type stuff. So, I mean, for just reading it and taking the memes out of it, it was straight. It wasn't like profound, but it definitely kept me interested in wanting to read the next chapter because I was like, okay, he just slatted all these niggas right now, so I need to see like what's going on for real.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of without making this too long with it. I definitely agree with your take. Reading it by itself, it did kind of start a little bit slow, but obviously that's just setting up the hero and the backstory, giving you backstory at the beginning. So I appreciate that. And so it was kind of slow, and then it picked up towards that end of the first chapter when he slatted everybody. And I think this has the potential to be on par, if not better than like a Demon Slayer. Because, like you said, he is basically a character going on a revenge tour on top of him trying to find these enchanted swords. Because we do know that there are sorcerers. We saw one
Yep.
who seems to be like the main villain who was slatted one of them niggas who was about to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that there are enchanted swords, and we know that his father was the greatest blacksmith to make enchanted swords. And I guess he had 6 of them that were hidden, but then he had them, and now the sorcerers took them. So they're trying, like you said, not only is he trying to find whoever who did this and kill them, he's trying to get them swords back. And we know that the sword that the main character has, the main character's name is Shiro. Shiro. We know he has a 7th enchanted sword that his dad basically put his life into making, which has the 3 fish in the story.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't consider that a spoiler if you don't know the context behind the fish. So
I was gonna say it's in the first chapter.
yeah,
It's not a spoiler.
But in the second chapter, I didn't think the second chapter was pretty smooth too, and I think the way that the second chapter ended, it seems like they're setting up like some action. They're in Tokyo right now,
Mm-hmm.
and they're have a lead on somebody. So it seems like they're gonna find someone, and we'll see Shiro's sword work again.
Yeah.
And I personally think these next couple chapters are gonna be make or break for it. Like depending on how this third and fourth chapter goes, will pretty much be the tone for the rest of the anime, or manga. But yeah, so I think Kagura Bachi was cool. The memes are hilarious.
Yeah. No, the memes,
Fantastic.
bro. It was one where it showed Luffy. He was like, I have all my crew, and it showed him in the top left corner. I burst out laughing. It's some other ones, man, where people are like, your goat, my goat, or something, and then
Yeah, that's the main ones I usually get. They're like the ones where it's like It was one that I think I sent you was like I'm the most influential black person, and it was Obama, and then it was like no, I was. Then it was Muhammad Ali. Then it was Kagura. Then it was the Shiro on the stand that Martin Luther King was at. But it was
yes, I remember
as a
that
black
one.
nigga.
Yeah,
That shit
man.
was funny. Yeah, so all of them are hilarious.
Yeah, I would say the memes are funny, and I think it works. It works kind of in favor and against the story because it's like people are gonna read it now because of all the memes, but people
Right.
may kind of discredit some of the stuff going forward just because of the memes. But who knows? We'll see as it goes forward. So
Yes. Yeah, there also were some rumors, which I think are false, saying that like Kagura Bachi got an anime adaptation of the first chapter.
yeah, no,
All that's not true.
all that stuff is false.
That's fake news, but that would
Yeah,
be crazy if it actually happened.
I
How do
seen
you think
somebody
this
make a make a printout with.
anime edit?
Yeah, no, somebody made an anime edit and somebody else made a printout and put it on a PS5 game. And it was like, oh shit, it already has a game coming out. I said, all right, bro. I said, y'all are elite trolls.
Nah, that's hilarious. But yeah, that's Kagura Bachi. Will keep. I think this is something that we'll keep in touch with and update the audience on. Especially if it got me reading it.
I was about to say weekly reading. Okay.
We do a
Hey
weekly
man.
read.
We're gonna do chapter recaps.
we can do that. We can do that. But next we have this is a anime inspired show. It is a animation based off the original show. This is Castlevania Nocturne. It is a spinoff of the original Castlevania series that premiered on Netflix. This is premiering this Thursday at the time of this recording. Just to give a little bit about like the plot of the season, it is going to take place in France during the French Revolution, so around like 1790, the 1790s, and the main character is Richter Belmont, who is a distant relative to Trevor Belmont, who was in the first season, like the first show, Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
So this show is basically Richter, along with like a group of other monster hunters and magicians fighting vampires, trying to turn the tides on the French Revolution and take over the planet or something. Basically, the vampires vampiring, and niggas gotta stop them. How do you think this? Like thoughts on this show? Have you seen any of the trailers for it yet? It seems pretty good from the trailers I've watched. I'm definitely gonna be tuning into watching.
Yeah. I saw the trailer. I think it looks amazing. I have no thoughts about it even being bad because I really love Castlevania, the first one they released. So
Yeah, that
I feel like this one's gonna be real good.
That show was amazing for a multitude of reasons, but not only was the story good and stayed true to the game in a sense, but still was its own show. But the animation was so good, so good. damn near laughable how good it is comparing it to like other shits that premiere on the same platform. That is just so bad to
And then
compare to Castlevania.
I think adding on that the fight scene and how fluid some of the movements was, man, that shit
Yes,
way
I
better than
do think that's
Seven Deadly Sins.
yeah, basically whatever studio that is. I don't know what studio is over the Castlevania series, but I would not mind a Seven Deadly. I would not mind them taking over like the Seven Deadly Sins show, rebooting it. Hey, like what we said last time, reboot. That studio needs to be the ones heading rebooting Seven Deadly Sins. Them or Studio Mappa, one of the two, or Madhouse Studio. Them three. If it ain't them, I ain't trying to see it. So, um,
Yeah.
I'm excited for this show. I'm excited to see how it, like the direction it turns to at the end of the season, because this season is going to be 8 episodes, and the game that Richter Belmont comes from, I think it's going to be different than his timeline, because in this sequel, he is like a 5-year time skip after his first game. He comes back as like a Dracula zombie. Like he's not dead. He's just brainwashed by Dracula. So the main characters had to go and kind of fight him and release him from his brainwashing, and he has to sacrifice himself at the end. So I don't know if that's gonna happen in this show. I think it might have its own spin to it. I do think eventually they're gonna. I do think the overarching plot, like at the end of this first season, they're gonna try to bring back Dracula, because they always do. That's how it always happens. That.
Yeah. And I think one quick thing before we go to the next topic is I think one thing I really like about Castlevania is their character designs. I think they do really good with just portraying people outside of white people. Very good with showing other people and not having them look stereotypical.
Yes, I agree.
Which just makes watching it even that much more enjoyable, because you're not just like, there's the nigga.
Yeah, like I definitely like the redesign that they did for Isaac, because in the games he's not black, he's white. So, but I think not only them making him black and kind of tying into his backstory, being a slave and Dracula saving him, and you kind of understand like his love and dedication to Dracula, and like his willingness to do anything for him. So that was good. So I definitely like the diversity in the show. But next topic, which we're kind of leaning more into the non-anime realm.
Mhm.
This has to deal with the writer's strike. The writer's strike
Yes.
comes to an end. The Writers Guild of America and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers reach a tentative deal. This deal has ended the 5-month strike. That is a long time, guys. So it ended that deal. Now it's tentative because it still has to pass through a board essentially to get approved essentially. So once all that happens, and if I had to put a timeline on it, I think that probably take about another month. But come
I think it'll be
late
longer.
October. You said what?
I think it'll be longer.
Yeah, and a month is probably going by. But come the end of the year, this whole strike shit will be done, and the writers will get their fair share. I'm happy for the writers and all that guild. Now, this does not mean that the actors' strike is done. The actors are on strike also, but this is a good sign, because this could, probably help propel the actors to get a deal done with the big studios as well. And so this is great news for the writers, because they deserve to get residuals for their hard work. and not have AI take over their jobs, which is really like the few main things from my knowledge that I kind of garnered from what the writer strike was really all about. Obviously, there's probably more details that I'm missing, and if I miss them, I apologize. But
I know the main thing was like, I think for both sides was fair wages. A lot of times, like you said, they don't get residuals, they don't get paid outside of the initial work they do. If things are brought back to streaming or anything like that, their profits are cut out because a lot of their contracts, the way it's structured, they just get paid for the initial stuff. They don't get paid for like streaming services, anything like that. And then a lot of their wages are like fucking ass. It's like, not, I won't say not livable, but definitely should be more if you wrote something that amasses $1 billion at the box office. It's like, all right, bro.
I just want my fair share, dog. And that's not just for movies. That's also for like TV shows, especially. Getting those residuals with things going to streaming now. That stuff was kind of muddied for those TV writers. So very happy for them. On top of inklings that AI was potentially going to take their jobs, and that's not fair to them because like the AI is essentially taking their material and making something quote unquote new, but it's like they're reusing writer material that was made from a human.
Exactly. It's just taking material from all out the web and just making a convoluted story that it thinks makes sense.
Yeah, AI can only do so much. Not saying that AI doesn't have its benefits, but it also has its cons. So I'm also excited for that. In terms of that, what that means for like movie releases and TV show releases as well. I think shit is still, like you said, I think since it's tentative and it's not like done and signed on the dotted line, stuff is still like shit isn't automatically going to be moved up in their initial, like from their initial release date now because the strike is done. I think shit is still going to be delayed, like you said, or if not pushed back even more. But this is, good for those movies because that way writers can go back on set and actually help contribute and make good shit, i.e. Deadpool. That was one of the main concerns with Deadpool 3 is that during the strike, writers couldn't like improv on set. They couldn't change the script before the strike. So they were kind of just working with what they had, which in terms like Deadpool 1 and 2, most of that was improv.
Yeah.
Which made the movie really good. You know what I'm saying? So this is good things for that. Thankfully, we don't have to witness any bad movies due to the strike.
Yeah, they need the strike needs to end so they can save Blade. Lord knows that movie needs saving.
Blade, goddamn. How hard is it to make a fucking vampire movie? How hard is it?
I don't know. They need to put me in the writing room because the way they was describing that first script, I said, "Oh no, y'all want that hoe to fail."
At this point, need to just make it a Disney Plus special. But more so into the TV show realm, Loki season 2 is coming out this fall. It's coming out this October 5th.
Gas.
A Thursday of next week at the time of this recording.
Gas.
I think that show has the potential to save Disney, like MCU Disney Plus. Because if that show tanks, honestly,
it won't.
I don't think it will. I hope not. But if it does, they just need to give it up. And I think because I don't think they will because they have a lot riding on Loki. Like in terms of like they as in the MCU, their whole like multiverse plot story. I think a lot of what's going to like the direction of the MCU because it's pretty vague right now what the hell is going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that direction is going to be steered right in Loki season 2.
Yeah, because like I've said before, Loki is the most important character in all of the MCU. Loki is the most important character introduced in Marvel. If y'all remember, I'm about to go on a quick rant. He started in the Infinity Saga. Without him, the Infinity Saga would not have happened. And then from there, we going into the multiverse saga. He helped not start it, but he helped definitely propel it a lot forward faster. So, hey, but in terms of the show, I think it's gonna be good. I don't think. Well, I don't think they can fuck it up. But I feel like they will have that one questionable episode, like a lot of these MCU shows seem to have, where it's like that one episode you're just like, all right, what did we just watch? I feel like it may have one of those, but I think the majority of it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be cameos, but I don't think it's gonna be any like giant world breaking cameo for this one. I don't know. That's just what my gut is telling me. But I
I don't
could
think so
be
either.
totally
The
wrong.
only cameo I could possibly see making sense is like a Deadpool cameo. That's really it. And I don't even know if I want to see that in Loki season 2. I'd rather wait to see that in Deadpool 3. But yeah, I agree with everything you said, Feeq. I hope they don't fuck it up, but the MCU is not exempt from having one bad episode in a Disney Plus show. So it's probably gonna be one of them. But like you said, I do think the show will be good. I think they have a lot riding on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll allow it to be bad. And this is definitely going to see how like hard they riding for this multiverse and for Kang and Jonathan.
Yeah, that is true. Because I'm really interested to see what they do more with his character, especially since that Ant-Man movie still left a little bad taste in my mouth with how they ended.
Yeah, that and then just the stuff he's been going through in real life.
Yeah,
So we'll see what they do in this show.
I just really hope they don't. You know what's something I could see them doing? I know they won't, and I wouldn't want them to do this at all. Is mention mutants at all? Because I feel like that would just expand that whole too much, and I'm gonna be like, all right, bro, just stay kind of singular.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, let's keep it one story, one plot.
Exactly.
So that's that for Loki season 2. Next, we have the new Aquaman 2 trailer came out, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Feek. What game was that? It was a Monday Night Football game, and
They
I
show
damn near
did.
forgot this movie existed until I saw the teaser for that on a Sunday or a Saturday or something.
I think it was last week. Last
Yeah, it was
week.
about a couple weeks ago because the trailer came out last Thursday, and the teaser for that came out um, the Sunday before that. I was like, oh shit, this movie's actually coming out. But in terms of my initial thoughts of Aquaman 2 trailer, I think from the trailer alone, I think it'll be a decent movie. For the most part, everyone liked Aquaman 2. I don't know anyone who really didn't. I liked it. I just thought it was a white version of Black Panther. That's my honest opinion.
It was Black Panther for white people.
Basically,
Really, it was Black Panther for Australians.
them niggas white. I mean, it worked. The movie made $1 billion.
It did.
A lot of people liked it. That was almost like lightning in a bottle that year because it was some other movies that came out during that time.
Yeah, I think it was definitely one of their best DC's best movies. Cause I really enjoyed it. I like the cinematography on it. The story was simple. They wasn't trying to do no intricate thing. And it was straight. It wasn't The acting didn't need to be crazy good. It was basic acting.
Yeah, I agree. I think it didn't like over expend itself.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to look up movies that. Yeah, so the shit came out during Avengers: Infinity War, Bumblebee,
Sheesh.
um, Dragon Ball Broly,
Gas.
Ready Player One, just to name a few, and still made $1 billion.
That was, what year was that?
This is 2018.
Damn, pre-pandemic.
Yeah, when
Nice.
people were going to theaters.
For real.
And Solo, a Star Wars movie. Just name a few movies that it came out in the same year as, and still made $1 billion or almost $1 billion.
Now that's pretty good looking back,
Yeah,
because that was actually a
1.18
pretty decent year.
billion. It was. So I don't now saying that now in terms of this second one, I don't think this movie is gonna make $1 billion just off the
Oh
strength of
no.
like superhero fatigue
I
and people are just ready for the DCEU to be done at this point.
yeah.
The Flash didn't work. The Blue Beetle, although I think the Blue Beetle was a good movie, that didn't work. That was a financial failure. Um,
People are just tired
now
of DC stuff. And I want to say rightfully so, but at the same time, I want to get them grace, but at the same time, nah, because y'all released that Flash movie. That shit buns. Um, yeah, we know you disagree. That hoe's ass. That movie was so bad, bro. You know what's crazy? I went. This is a side note. I went back and like somebody wanted to talk to me about it, and I really sat there and watched that shit, and the whole time I was like, why the fuck am I in here? I burst out laughing. They said, bro, once it got to near the end and they showed the other Barry was like, really, I thought he was gonna be Zoom. I guess that was their take on Zoom. But they was like, once it got to him, they was like, bro, can this whole end? But no, that movie was just, it was just something. It was something that was on the screen. But back to Aquaman, I think it's gonna be an okay movie. I don't think it's gonna be amazing. I will say the CG in that initial teaser I looked at looked a little wonky at certain parts. I have to rewatch it. Maybe I was just tripping or tired. I have to rewatch. I only watched it that on like that TV spot, and I didn't really watch it again.
Well, I saw that, and I saw the trailer. The CG in the trailer looked actually really good, like like better than the Flash and Blue Beetle combined. And I think the Blue Beetle had better CG than the Flash
Everything had better
by a
CG than the
landslide.
Flash.
But yeah, I think this movie had a lot. I think this movie from the trailer itself had really good CG. In terms of like the trailer itself, we see Aquaman with a son, and Black Manta has returned, and Black Manta has returned stronger with this new, I guess, Necro Trident.
The Dark Trident.
Yeah, the Dark Trident was giving him a lot more power, and yeah, I think it's gonna be him fighting the Black Trident. At this point, he's the king of Atlantis, but I think at one during the movie, he's gonna like lose his powers or lose his kingdom or lose both, and he has to go to the Lost Kingdom, hence the name, and get his brother to help him again. Now, here's my theory.
It's a bro movie.
Well, it's a bro movie, but I think it was supposed to be him and Mira, not him and Orm. But with the Amber Heard shit, that changed some things. Because you noticed you didn't see the trailer, like
Yeah.
the full trailer. But in the full trailer, Amber Heard had like a frame in the trailer because I was watching the whole show. I'm like, are they gonna show this woman? They did, but it was only, I'm telling you, like a half second.
They
And
showed
that
the red
half
of her
second,
hair.
huh?
They showed the red of her hair.
I mean, they showed her, but it was like a scene of her. It looked like she was trying to break out of something. But I'm telling you, it was only like 1 second. So I don't know how big of a character she's gonna be in this movie, but
Yeah.
obviously from the trailer vibe itself, it's gonna seem like a buddy cop movie with him and Orm, and I think that's gonna be fun. I think they're treating this character like Jason Momoa Aquaman as like Chris Hemsworth Thor, because if you kind of think about it, in the comics, both him and Thor are very regal characters. Like they're very stoic. They're very much about their kingdom and their pride in being a king.
Yeah.
And in these movies, they're not like that. They're just goofy ass niggas is doing goofy ass shit, but they're still the king and the most powerful people in their kingdom. Can't nobody touch them. So, which is fun. I think that's like a fun take on the character, and it's fun for them because they don't have to necessarily be tied to this box, which is why like you see how in terms of Thor's 1 and 2 is a different Thor than Force 3 on, basically.
Yeah.
Like after Thor 2, it's a different kind of Thor. He's having more fun. He's a bit more jokey. Some would say it came at the detriment of Thor Love and Thunder, but you can't tell me he didn't have fun making that movie. So I think that's the same. I think it's the same vibe I'm getting from Aquaman 2. And like you said, I think it's gonna be good. I do have a prediction. I do think that Black Manta is gonna kill. He's either gonna kidnap or he's going to kill Aquaman's baby. And the reason why I say that is because there's a run in the comics, in the Aquaman comics, where this nigga Black Manta is so petty.
Yeah.
And like hates Aquaman so much that he basically raided his house, burned his house down, kidnapped his baby, and killed him.
Oh my God.
Just off the strength of him not liking Aquaman.
That
So I don't
man's-
know if some shit like that is gonna happen in the movie, but I do think something is gonna happen to that baby because you don't just show that baby for no reason. In my
That man
opinion,
Black Manta said, "If Aquaman has no haters on Earth, I am dead." Like,
Yeah.
what?
Because there's also a scene where his house is burning.
Mhm.
So I think in that scene, we're either gonna see that baby gone or that baby dead.
I can see him kidnapping the baby
Yeah.
with the necromancing damn trident, getting one of the whatever them shits are called to take
this
one.
movie is coming out December 20th. Especially now that the writer's strike is done, and I think soon following the actor strike will be done, we'll be probably seeing a lot more promo for this, especially since DC is done tanking on their movies. Warner Brothers is done tanking on their movies. They're gonna make sure this shit succeeds by hell or high water. No pun intended.
That's what they think.
But I don't know. I think that at this point they're just ready to get this movie out of the way. Do you remember that rumor that came out that said that Warner Brothers lost the film?
Yeah, I remember that because they didn't because leading up to it, people kept saying like, "Damn, are y'all gonna release a trailer for this? How it come out in like 3 months, 4 months?" And it kept getting close to the date. And then I remember seeing that post. They were like, reportedly, Warner Brothers has lost the film. I said, them niggas ain't losing shit. That was definitely on a laptop or on a hard drive sitting there. And they're just looking at it like, what the fuck do we do with this?
Basically. Because if you notice, that rumor came out about a week before the teaser came out that Sunday, and then the trailer came out. So I'm
Man.
yeah, these niggas ain't lose that shit.
They had one of their interns tweet that out. They said, "Hey, go tweet this real quick. We're gonna have a few people retweet it, get some buzz around the movie. Then we're gonna drop this trailer."
get people talking about it. You
Come
know
on,
what? I
man.
would
It's all
not be
marketing.
surprised if it came out that was true.
It's all marketing, man. Because that's some shit I do.
Hey man, give you a job. Now,
Man, they
but
need
next,
to.
our final topic before we get into our bag is the new show, Gen V.
Yes, sir.
The Boys spinoff is coming out this Friday at the time of this recording. Gen V is pretty much a spinoff show of The Boys about these kids going to this college called Godokin University. GU. I think that's supposed to be a parody on the Charles Xavier School for the Gifted and Talented, and a parody of the G-Men, which is a parody of the X-Men in the Boys comic. But that's a little side tangent. But basically, it's gonna be in this school. They have like these different games to test the different students on their ability. So it's almost like a Hunger Games slash
college,
and they're all competing to be the next member of the Seven. Because at this moment, this is taking place after The Boys season 3, and they need a new member of the Seven because Starlight ain't on there no more.
They got nobody on there beside Homelander and the Deep.
Basically. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of gore, a lot of fighting, a lot of craziness.
Yeah,
and I would say people to kind of treat this as The Boys season 3.5.
Yeah, and I will say they just announced that Soldier Boy, he's gonna be on there. And then they tweeted they're like, don't ask us which episode he's gonna be on, but he's gonna make an appearance.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he's gonna be in there. Homelander, I think, is gonna make an appearance too. And then, yeah, it's gonna. I'm not gonna say it should be good. It's gonna be good because The Boys is definitely one of the more refreshing shows. It's almost like that Invincible type deal, where Invincible came on the scene and it was just like a refresher because everybody was like, "Oh shit, this is some different. It's a different type of superhero show we're not used to." So, and I think it's gonna be real good to get kind of a refreshed cast, but in the same universe because you get new perspectives and you get to see like what other people are going through. So I'm a really dive deep and enjoy this.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And to kind of piggyback off that, not only like will the events of this lead into the next season of The Boys, like you were saying, I think this is gonna revitalize, like kind of kill that superhero fatigue. Because like you were saying, we've kind of just been getting a lot of the same stuff from the two big studios, i.e. Marvel and DC. So people like something different. They like some change. So I think Gen V on top of Invincible that's coming out later this year with also like Loki season 2. I think that's going to kind of like get the community back on the superhero train and get them engaged, especially just in time for James Gunn's DC universe to kick off.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, apparently like some other people that are supposed to be on there, Tech Knight, who is the Boys version of Iron Man, is apparently supposed to be on Gen V as well, and supposed to be on like the next season of The Boys. He was like a member of the Payback team in The Boys, which is a parody of the Avengers. So yeah, apparently he's supposed to have a cameo in there, and probably a lot of people, like you said. I just found out that Jensen Ackles was supposed to come back for the show. I wonder if it's like actually him, or it's gonna be like some shit like in Spider-Man: Homecoming, where it's just him,
like a hologram or a
like
video or a commercial or some shit.
Yeah,
I hope he actually comes in there and like fucks some shit up and then leaves. It would just be hilarious if he does some shit like that.
Yeah. I'll definitely be tuning into that on top of Castlevania. It's a lot of new stuff coming out very soon that I'm excited for. I feel like in terms of non-anime and um, just non-anime and manga stuff, it's kind of been a drought.
Yeah, I've been rewatching old shit.
Yeah. Like I said last week, I was watching not Avengers, like X-Men animated series
Yeah.
and Gargoyles. But now we got some new stuff, so I'm definitely gonna be tuning in for that. And with that being said, that's all for our main topics. So I think it's time to get in our bag. Cue the music.
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, yeah, bag of beef, bag.
So recently, this is a trend that I've been put on by my girlfriend Ijoma and Feeq.
Nah, don't say me.
Apparently, nah, nigga, you a part of this shit too.
I seen
But
it.
apparently, in the JJK community, there is some shipping going along. And for those who don't know what shipping is, that's when you basically have two characters, not necessarily from the same universe, so to speak, and you make them a couple and see if people rock with it or not. People are shipping characters from Jujutsu Kaisen and Disney princesses.
Bro,
So,
when I
for
first
example,
seen that shit,
yeah,
I was on Twitter. And I was scrolling cuz with my algorithm now, I've liked a few Jujutsu Kaisen like breakdowns of like chapters, and now 80% of my timeline is Jujutsu Kaisen. So I had seen something was like it was a character from the show and it said them with blank. I said, what are y'all talking about? Then I clicked on the thread. I said, when was this made or who made this? And it was just so many. I said, I said, what is going on? But yeah,
so
they gonna get to it.
my question, so an example would be like Nanami and Tiana from Princess and the Frog, or like Sukuna and Cinderella.
That doesn't make
So
sense.
my question to you, Feek, is who is a Disney princess JJK ship you would make or like would want to see?
That I would want to see. God damn. I would put Kusakabe. You've seen him. He's the one that's with Panda right now.
Mm.
Ooh, who got like the toothpick and everything and the sword. I would put him with motherfucking I don't know, bro. Who don't like working? Because he hate working. He hates his job. Like this nigga, he's a grade 1 sorcerer. He's cold, but he hates dealing with anything dealing with cursed spirits. If he sees a cursed spirit, he's like, bro, I'm not trying to fight this nigga, bro. Even though he can definitely kill them.
Jasmine from Aladdin? I don't know.
Yeah, put him with Jasmine. Fuck it.
Or
put him with
Ariel. She didn't want to be no mermaid.
man, Ariel don't do shit besides swim. Yeah. She don't got no skills. But yeah.
The whole Little Mermaid audience just kill us right now.
Bro, she knows that. What skills she got besides singing?
She can sing.
Besides singing.
She can swim. She can find shit. She's a finder.
I guess. People gonna off that way I just said that, people gonna think I hate like the Disney princess shit, but I don't care. I don't hate them. It's actually pretty good stories.
Mm-hmm. For me, I would go with Gojo and what's her name? Elsa from Frozen. They seem like some wild niggas. They go together.
Gojo and Elsa.
And another one out of the room, out of the blue, out shit Panda and Pocahontas. No, Panda and Mulan.
That's just racist. That's crazy. That's actually insane.
How was that? I was not even...
To defeat the Huns who hug less.
So that one eat like Panda and Mulan.
Panda and Mulan.
That'd be power couple of the year.
That's just crazy. That would be some funny shit.
I mean, she in the furries.
Hey yo.
But anywho, the next get our bag is so this is a topic that was brought up before the show, and I want to see what Feeq would answer to this. But if you performed at the Super Bowl, first of all, let me backtrack. Why do you think you would be a good Super Bowl halftime performer?
Why would I be a good Super Bowl halftime performer? Because look, I'm low risk, right? Okay. I definitely would need a PR team. I'm like mid risk as a performer, right? Like I already know like the stage design I could think of would be crazy. And then I feel like I'm able to captivate enough people's attention for that time to raise the views, you know? See what I'm saying? Like if I went out there, legitly, I probably would. I do some songs, right? Some bits. Halfway through, though, I'm gonna get into a little bit of stand up. You feel me? Say a couple questionable jokes, you know, and test the audience reactions. Maybe get canceled, but who cares? And then after that, finish with some more songs. You know, might bring out a few artists too. Okay. But I feel like it'll be something the NFL has never seen before. You feel me?
Interesting.
Like after this, they'll be like, "Damn, we not gonna invite this nigga back, but this was very memorable, memorable."
Who are some artists you bring out?
Oh, bro? You already know. I'm bringing out Stevie Wonder and 21 Savage.
Okay. That is a very...
I'm bringing out Stevie Wonder and 21 Savage. And because first off, what y'all wouldn't know is that we would already have made a new song before this. And we're going to debut it there. Mm-hmm. And then also I would bring out Megan Thee Stallion too, you know. I'll bring out my girl, you know, and then we announce our relationship to the world, you feel me?
Interesting. Yeah. This is a very interesting
I'll be in my bag, you feel me?
Okay. What Super Bowl do you think this will be?
Like Super Bowl? Which one we on right now? 50
I think Super Bowl 56.
Yeah, I was about to say 56, 57. Honestly, shit, I'm ready right now. They called me up today. I'm prepared.
We're on Super Bowl 58, actually.
Oh, damn. But yeah, they called me up today. Shoot. I'm in shape. I'm ready. Or if they want to just prolong it so they can like adjust to everything that I want to get set up, you know, I think 2 years for now, easily.
Interesting. So you ready Super Bowl 59?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You should put that in the air. Actually, you already just did. Never mind.
Yeah, I know they listening, man.
Okay. Interesting. That's a very I'm a root for you. Ass is gonna root for you. And whatever happens, we love you over here.
Imagine a live podcast as a Super Bowl halftime show.
I would be. I don't know what I would do. We got a live podcast during the fucking Super Bowl.
Nigga, I would be belligerently all the way there.
Yeah, I'd turn it to 50 Cent. Can nobody tell me shit?
Boy, I'm gonna start levitating mid conversation, flying around the damn stadium.
Nah, but one can dream. But that's been it for this episode of the Redacted Show, episode 62. Talked about a lot today. So with that being said, make sure you guys follow us again. Make sure you guys rate us a 5-star. Share us with your friends and family. Share us with your mammy and pappy. And make sure you guys like us and subscribe. Head ass. But with that being said, it's been your boy Dana Dane.
Your boy Feeq.
And we out.
Price.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm step with a fed, keep it all of the hoes on mute. Pull up park, could be yellow with a brew. 48 for a quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cube. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice to the drop like ink. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mink. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe on my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Struck in my soup, I believe it was Mako. Got my Soviet clutching the Draco. It was bacon, we taking your cake though. I got the tree like a poplar. I've been at Tim, ain't no hang though. Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, step with